Welcome to this last video in this series for the IWFM Level 4 Facilities Manager Endpoint Assessment Resource Area, designed to help you prepare for your endpoint assessment. This video is on the professional discussion. Now, first of all, the professional discussion, you should be aware, is directly linked to the presentation that you've already given. We know that there's a 10-minute Q&A session after the presentation, which must be a maximum of 20 minutes and ideally around 15, and that 10-minute Q&A session or 10-minute PD with your endpoint assessor is this aspect. So let's take a look at this document and see what is required. Here we are looking at the discussion, the PD assessment sheet used by your endpoint assessor. So picture the scene. You've just spent 15 to 20 minutes delivering your assessment, your presentation, and now you're in a professional discussion. Now, a professional discussion is a two-way conversation. I'm willing to bet it will be fairly informal. The onus is on the interviewer to set the conditions for the interviewee so that they can evidence their understanding. It's very important that you familiarise yourself with this document. It will give you a good idea of what the assessor is looking for in additional context to that which you've already delivered in a presentation. Let me give you an example. So this second field here, underneath the EPA Pres and PD requirements to be completed, the presentation must evidence, and then there's a list here. We know that because, of course, we've watched the video beforehand. But then this next field says the professional discussion must evidence skills to ensure the delivery of FM services in accordance with organisational requirements, and knowledge, the organisational, client and customer service requirements in FM service delivery. So you know that there's going to be a conversation with your endpoint assessor based around those two areas encompassed within service delivery. And so as a result of that, you're able to prepare yourself, obviously. And we can then see another area here, policy implementation, and another area on people management. And that is basically going to be your 10-minute conversation on those three areas. Now, in my view, you shouldn't be too concerned about the professional discussion, but time spent in preparation is never wasted. So don't wait until the day of your EPA to revisit this. As part of your portfolio put forward to the IWFM by me, I will have a 10-minute professional discussion with you based upon the presentation that you have submitted, in order that we are able to record it and use it as evidence of you having done this as a mock. There we go. That is the professional discussion and the last video in this series. If you've got any questions on any of the instructions that have been created for you for any of these assignment tasks for your endpoint assessment, do please reach out to me in a one-to-one to gain further clarity. But I will always ask you if you've watched the video and always ask you if you've read the documentation several times. So do make sure you do that first. Endpoint assessment, your day on stage where you own the stage to be able to show the world how good you are and what you know. So enjoy it.